Yes, and we said one thing, we learned a lesson. We will, now that it's available to do the little quick passes, the fast passes and all that, that's what we're going to do.
Gotcha.
We will not be just jumping on in line waiting that long time no more. We just going to get the quick pass so we could go through, go ahead and spend that extra money and do that. You know what I'm saying? We didn't think that. First of all, I can't remember the last time I've been to a theme park.
Been a minute.
I was excited like a kid in there. I was ready to leave everybody. Like, I'm gone. I'm about to go get it. Like, y'all can go ahead and play around. Can they hear us now, Oka? Yeah. Okay. we good now. We good. All right. Sorry about that, y'all. Y'all ain't missing nothing. We just catching up.
Yeah, we just catching up, man.
So I just knew that, with that ride and doing that all day and all that, we was gonna be tired. So I was like, you know what? I'm not even gonna come in on Sunday. We just go ahead, and we just ended up taking a break. So it was cool. You know what I mean? Everybody got to do what they did, but. Our other two guys, LT and
DJ Shane.
They out handling business.
We miss y'all, man.
So you just get the originals here.
That's it.
The startups. And it's definitely the start because we got the super producer back in the building. You know what I'm saying?
And the last time he was on, we said DJ Shane turned dark skin.
Yeah.
Or was it LT gained a couple pounds?
Right. See, you know what I'm saying? And look, he was like, what? He walked in, was like, I'm doing what today?
Yeah.
Frank just threw him in the. Frank just said, hey, yeah, you can be on. You sit in there, take a mic.
Because O is never scared. It's one thing I can say.
He said I'm nervous.
He may say that, but come on.
See, we put him in the hot seat too. We put him right in the middle.
And they put me in the middle, man.
Well, I'm gonna tell you this. O invited me to Bowie State. Was like, hey, you game? And then he put me around all these students, right? And these were people, and these were kids I'd never been around before, and we were teaching podcasting and radio. And so, just like he threw me into the hot seat, here we go, baby.
But I threw you into the hot seat, man. I gave you a couple days.
He did give me a couple days. But one thing I can say about O is O ain't never scared.
Frank let me know about 15 seconds before we started.
Yeah, your flip flops were still hot from walking in the door.
Still sticky.
Right? That you know what? That's so glad you brought that up. Talk to the people about that. Oh, what's up with that? Like, y'all be seeing all the posts. I was actually hating the other day when I seen all y'all. I was like, damn, I want to go. You know what I'm saying? Y'all was at the jail. Tell them what y'all doing. What you doing up Bowie?
All right, so we are in a official agreement now with Bowie State. All right, Bowie State is, of course, everybody should know, HBCU, one of the most prolific HBCUs in the country. And right now, the Underground Lab has a partnership with Bowie State on their radio station and television stations, and we're teaching the students through in-class instruction and having the students come down here to be interns on real-life productions, TV productions, radio productions, screenwriting, DJ classes, whatever we can do to help out the communications majors at Bowie State. We're teaching the students right now. From what Frank was talking about, we go down to the school, I would say at least once a month now, to actually set up the equipment and have the students work on it live. The equipment that they have is, it's kind of old. And this IT age, this technological age, everything moves in 3-year lifespans. So we're going to consult with Bowie State to get their stuff up and more into the 21st century. And then we're just going to work with the students and work with the school to bring them back to prominence.
One thing that I spoke on while we were there was workflow. And so, like, having the Roadcast machine, right, which is it's just your sound. And being able to record and then have that stuff uploaded ASAP, where when we first started, it took a minute. We had to go through and edit, throw it on Audacity, and it took a while. And then I got calls and emails from Miguel like, dude, what the fuck going on, man? But the Roadcast machine, you can have it up there in a matter of minutes, yo, because you do all your editing right there.
The Roadcast is the number one and most cost efficient piece of equipment you can have for a podcast.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that is the number one where you 4 mics, the drop-in jams. What's the official term for the buttons?
That's the pads.
The pads. The sound pads. You record your sound pads on there. Control the volumes of the mic. Like you said, it's Bluetooth compatible. The SD cards, all that stuff. It's everything right there. Make podcasting extremely easy. Every podcaster that I follow and all of my research goes back to the Roadcast.
The Roadcast.
Get that if that's what you're doing, after you move, you ready to go up from just using your phone or whatever. That's the next step to go.
My God.
You know what I'm saying? So that's definitely a good look. If you looking to get in the podcast and then you trying to do it on your own, look up that and figure out how you can invest. They not $500 or so, you know what I'm saying? Like, might know something you can do a little cheaper, but from what I've seen, that's probably about the average cost of them, I think. And that's the way to go with it.
I like it personally. I've gotten the opportunity to learn it last season. And so it just makes it way more easy. And you probably speak way more to it than I can.
It is. It's simple in the fact that it's one button to operation. But it also has a whole other side where the more advanced person can get onto it and tweak it the way they want to. So for the normal podcaster, one button, you're good to go. For the advanced audio engineer, it's got a whole MIDI section. It's got a whole advanced audio section. We use it here at the Underground Lab more than just podcasting. We use it on the radio side.
Yep.
We use it as the actual audio mixer for all the video productions. I think it's very powerful. It is $5.99, I think.
Yeah, that's something.
$4.99, $5.99, one or two. I can't remember the exact price, but it is worth every penny. We have multiple here because we do multiple productions at the same time, and I love it.
My man.
I also have the old school analog boards and the digital Tascam board that is collecting dust right now because these mixers do everything that we need them to do.
And Roadcast not even a goddamn sponsor, and we done gave them so much goddamn love. Roadcast to step up.
That's a fact. We might got reach out to them like, look,
step up.
You know what I'm saying? So that's so if y'all ever see y'all watch a podcast from anybody, y'all see the little black board on it, that's what that is. That's the Roadcaster. That's what they're using. You know what I'm saying? So that's a good look. That's quick little dropping real quick. But before we get this party going, you know what I'm saying? Let's do a couple little sponsorships. And mine, see, Frank always be like, tell us, shout us out a sponsorship. Well, we got a sponsorship that I can shout out now, okay? All right. 716 Vodka. Okay? Let's go ahead and shout my people out.
What's in your cup?
What's in your cup? The nation's capital's drink. You understand what I'm saying to you? Hold on, I had it up. Let me get y'all.
I ain't got no cups. So what that mean?
You put that soda you had there. It's smooth. I always like to hit but anytime I get a new liquor, I always hit it first on the rocks. Nothing, just so I could taste it. It's got a good taste in it. So if you like this and you want, just want to take a quick shot, you could do a quick shot, and it's great for mixing and all that other stuff. It's like I said, it's local here in the DMV area. Let me drop a couple areas. Right now, it's not in a lot of liquor stores in the DMV area, but they're growing. Brothers Liquor in Fort Washington, Kim Liquor in Temple Hills, Maryland. Minnesota Avenue got Minnesota Liquors. Charlie's Restaurant on Silver Hill Road. There's a couple other spots. I'm just throwing out a few. The bars in the area that they in is E&J Bar and Grill. That's in Brandywine. And then the Elroy Bar on 8th Street. That's where they at, right. And then as far as restaurants, Old Town Inn, Upper Marlboro.
Okay.
Got that too.
Old Town,
yeah. OTI, baby. Everybody know
about the OTI.
You know what I'm saying? That's good food, good eating right there.
That's amazing. You go up to the OTI, get fucked up, get in trouble, and locked up right around the corner.
Right around the corner. All right
on the
there.
same block.
On the same block.
Literally. Hey, listen, I've been to the courthouse enough, okay? You got the OTIs right here, and the courthouse is
Right
literally
behind
right
you.
when you walk out and make a U-turn is right there. You know what I'm saying? So 716 Vodka, go get you that. Find out. Follow them on IG, 716 Vodka. Right, they on Facebook, Twitter, the same thing. 716 Vodka, just like that. Let me make sure I get everything else.
And go online and check them out too for delivery. Yes,
Black owned. And if you listen to not last week's because we wasn't here, but the week before we had Brother Aaron on here, just giving us not only info about the vodka itself, but he was dropping us some good stuff.
Oh hell yeah!
Was 203K. 203K. I be wanting to say 201, but that's not one.
Yeah, 203K
loans.
Do it your way. Yeah.
Do it your way is awesome. You know what I'm saying?
Aaron, the house person. So Aaron, the house person, and his team have developed the 716 vodka, and it is a District of Columbia's vodka, man.
Yeah,
I mean, go online. It can be shipped to you in Cali.
Yes,
check it out.
That's literally what I was about to. For more info on it, go to the actual email them info@716 Vodka. And 716 Vodka, let me spell that to you. Info@7, spell the word 7 out, type the number 16 in vodka.com. You get your info there for them. Go follow them. It's a good drink.
Yeah, don't do what I did. I put the number 7 at first and then put 16. Don't do that. Spell out 7 and then put down 16 like my man said. And then you'll be at the right place.
Yeah, so that's some good stuff we got going on. In the meantime, hey, look. We just here chopping it up today. We just gonna get in stuff. I'm cool. I'm on vacation this week, so I'm cooling.
My God.
You know what I'm saying? I'm chilling. Refocusing some things, getting my workout back. I'm using this workout this week to get some stuff back started. But even before we get into it, I want to shout my wife out, right?
There we go.
Because y'all know she's got her own podcast, first of all, Kim. Also, we do marriage moments together. And it's been a little, rough ride because of the passing of my mother-in-law, her mother.
Sorry to hear that.
I've been coaching her in this time and just constantly pouring into her that, now's the time to get back into it. And a lot of times when we lose somebody, it's hard to get back to doing some of the things that you've been doing.
Yeah.
Or you know what I mean? And these are the things that the individual that you lost love about you.
Yeah.
And they want you to keep doing it. It's just that because they loved it, sometimes it's hard to get back to it. But I just been kind of slowly giving her stuff and pushing her to it. And now she's finally at the point now where she's ready to go to record her first it'll be our first marriage moment, first of all, Kim episode, but that's going to be used to push her back into constantly doing. But the beautiful thing about it is when people recognize your gifts and your talents and your value, it don't matter how much time you take off or whatever, people will always still reach out to you.
Yes.
And she got asked to be a part to speak at a women's empowerment conference.
I saw that, yeah.
Coming up. It's December 4th from 3 to 7. It'll be located at 2350 Stream Vista Place in Waldorf, Maryland. Tickets are $30. She is one of the ladies that'll be speaking at the conference along with a couple of other women. But it was just awesome to see that somebody still believed in my wife, even after the time that she's been off, not speaking and things like that, to put them on, to ask her to be on a conference just because they believe in her story and, her the type of individual that she is or whatever. So with that being said, I like that because it gave her a time, like a deadline to, at the end of the day, this speaking thing, you can't just get up and go speak.
No.
You just like anything, you gotta get your reps in. And you gotta be doing it. Like even with us podcasting, I be in the truck. Podcasting while I'm in the truck. And what I'm saying is I just be in there going over a show.
Yeah.
I just be talking.
Yeah.
As if I'm all recording and everything.
Yeah.
That's my reps, that's my practice.
My man.
So when we get here, it's smooth and we can do what we gonna do, you know what I'm saying? And then the same token, I said it's time to we gotta get your reps up now. Like now that you got an official date, you gonna go speak in front of these women. You can't go up there not having done nothing for like a year or so and you're just gonna get up there and start talking to these women. Nah, we gonna make sure you smooth.
Yeah.
So this is what we gonna do.
Yeah.
So we about to get back to it. So
But she got a hell of a coach. So
yeah, it definitely. So I appreciate. Let me get to this thing here. They're gonna phone me locking up. And the young lady or woman's name, I don't know how you want to positively say her name is Shantae, and I believe that's the individual that reached out to my wife for her to be a part of this thing. The flyer's already out. I done posted it a couple of times. I posted it again, so you could check my IG out and whatever and see that stuff. So I just shout out to the wife because I'm glad that she's getting back to what she do and what she do and impact the lives and things like this. And a lot of times we get comfortable, man. And I just learned this yesterday. I heard this yesterday that two things, and they go hand in hand. One, success is the enemy of success. And the second part of that is comfort is your enemy.
So success is the enemy of success.
When you reach a certain point, right? Let's say, for example, for you, success was starting the lab. And once you just starting the lab, and you get this. So if this was your level of success, you got comfortable right here. You ain't do nothing else.
Gotcha.
You ain't reach out to no sponsorships. You ain't try to get more. Whatever you started with, that's all you got. You ain't do no more. So then what happens? Like you level off, you cap out, you slowly fade out, and you could come irrelevant.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But as long as you keep grinding, you understand that, okay, this is success right now, but now we got to keep going. We got to keep the foot on the ground. We got to keep these boots moving, right?
Yeah.
And the same token in the comfort, and I spoke about this a little bit when we spoke with Aaron. In a comfortable spot, right? you won't move. You won't do anything. It's no urgency. It's no push. It's none of that stuff. So you're not doing anything else. This is just no example. Like, for example, things that I need to do. I get back to this one job that's got us stable financially, and I get comfortable because now I'm not pressing on the other things that I should be doing. I'm not developing my speaking more. Matter of fact, it was in pressure. It was in an uncomfortable spot that I discovered this gift of speaking.
Yeah.
So now that I'm back comfortable again, I kind of took the foot off the gas a little bit and didn't realize it. And then now that I realize, like, I gotta get back to doing what I'm doing. So then, in that sense, you got to create your own pressure. You got to create your own sense of urgency. You got to make it uncomfortable for yourself.
Yeah.
Because you will hit a point where your level of success or what you're doing, it gets to a point where now it's a little bit smooth. It ain't as hard as it was. But you still got to keep your foot on it. You got. So now at that point, you got to create your own pressure. You got to create your own comfortable situation. You got to put your own thorn in your side to keep you moving, or you're going to bottom out. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to Amber yesterday. Amber and my wife, Toya, we had a meeting. Amber is a director of podcasts and movies and stuff like that. But we had the same conversation. It was about what Michael Basin said back in the day. And Michael Basin said, he spoke on times like this. Don't wait till like your employment is up and over. Use what you currently have to feed the fuel to your fire. Like if you currently are working now and you want to write a book or you want to do a play, whatever you want to do, allow that income to supplement and feed the fire to your passion. Everybody wants to wait until they're in a super uncomfortable predicament to then try to explore new avenues. I think that's how jazz became a thing and how other things are developed through a lack of. But what you currently have now, like if you're working, allow that income, that money to fuel whatever passion you got. Whatever, if you want to do NASCAR, if you making $11.75 an hour, find out if $5 of that or whatever can go to that. Don't wait until shit's bad,
Don't wait for that time. Like you discover things in that moment. But if you're in a position where you don't gotta wait for that time, don't. Trust me, because you don't know when that time gonna come
at all.
Hey, and I ain't realized this gift of speaking until I was 30.
Yeah,
you see what I'm saying? And from the time I was 18, I had been trying to figure out like what's my purpose, what do I do? Because my mother passed. I'm like, well, what do I do?
Yeah,
what do I have to contribute to life? What impact can I make on life? And I had no clue. When you trying to figure out what you're doing, you end up doing everything.
Yeah,
selling jewelry, ice cream, phones.
Yeah,
all kind of stuff.
Yeah.
You touch everything until you figure it out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And you just like, man, I don't know.
Yeah.
Don't wait. Don't listen. Pressure gonna come. But I'm telling you, regardless.
Whether you want it or not.
Yeah, but if you're in a situation now where you don't wait for no pressure. You know what I'm saying? That's like almost praying to God, like, Lord, just create a stressful situation for me. I'm gonna stay away from you. I don't want no parts of that prayer.
At all.
I don't want no parts of that.
Yeah,
because I know what pressure feel like for me. You know what I'm saying? I've been working hard. Like, I know where my comfortable space comes in because I've been working hard for a long time. Like I just told y'all, this is my first real vacation in probably like
been a minute.
It's been more than 5 years.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's a lot of work, Joe. Yeah. That's a lot of
Well, congratulations to you, man, and I hope you enjoy it.
I am going to enjoy it
to the point that now you look forward to and make time for others, because you definitely need it.
Got to have it.
You got to have it, bro. You got to have it.
Say that quote one more time for us.
Oh, the whole little substance. Success is enemy for success. And then on the next level of that is in your comfortable spot. Comfortability is its own enemy as well.
Yes, it is.
So listen, when you get a comfortable stride, don't just be comfortable right there. Continue pushing forward and make your situation uncomfortable for yourself. No matter how that look. So make it comfortable for. It's as simple as the easiest way I can put it is working out. After a while working out, your body get used to what you're doing, and you might not be as sore as you usually was and things like that. But I mean, it's time to add more weight. It's time to work out to create more muscle confusion and things like that. And that's what you gotta do. That's how life works.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
Good talk. Appreciate that.
Hey, I just wanted a little smoke for the people. Let y'all know I ain't lost my touch out here. You know what I'm saying?
Since Frank threw me on the spot, literally 18 seconds after I walked in the door.
Hot off the street.
I ain't got nothing. But for you, sir, first vacation in 5 years, nigga, your ass print should be on the couch.
Oh, it's gonna be printed. I already felt Like I washed the couch cushions so like I have a fresh couch to sit on.
Use that one yesterday.
You know what I'm saying?
Use
Fresh
that one
couch
today.
to sit on. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not like whatever house cleaning I gotta do. Literally, when we leave here, I just gotta bust the bathroom down.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go knock the bathroom down, and I don't plan on doing nothing
Else.
you know what I'm saying? Like I said, other than getting back to this working out and things like that this week, I'm not doing too much. Though
That's
I'm
what's up,
literally going to, and I told my folks, I said, if your name got Coca-Cola in parentheses next to it, you are blocked.
Yeah.
You blocked.
Uh-huh.
You blocked for this upcoming. Boy, somebody almost got. Hey, listen, you got 4 niggas in here. Somebody almost got jumped on. You say, what they say when black folk hear noise, they just start me looking. Yeah, we heard that door. I was like, yeah, you.
I got your back.
You know what I'm saying? So that's it, man. I'm gonna enjoy this time. I don't care with nobody. I earned the hell out of this.
Yeah.
You did.
I don't blame you.
You did. Like, seriously, I challenge you to count the number of carpet lint that you see.
Yeah, I will.
Yeah. Yeah.
I will. Dust mites and all that stuff.
Yeah, just count it.
Be good.
And
Get
then
out.
when you get the final number, make sure you did it right, so count it again.
Yeah, cause see, this is a good vacation. I'm talking. My vacation started yesterday afternoon, and I don't go back to work until the following. Not this Monday coming, but Monday after that.
Wow.
Yeah, so
That's what's up, yo.
I'm good.
Man, get out in nature and do some shit that you always wanted to do within the last couple of weeks. You know, whether that go be to see a movie that you wanted to see. If you want to sit at a bar by your goddamn self,
All of that.
you know what I'm
stuff,
saying? You
though.
go
All of
handle that.
stuff. It's some housekeeping things in terms of like the kids that I'm gonna take care of. Cause you know I go to work at 2 in the morning, so there's a lot of shit I don't get to do, like
Yes.
walking them to school and stuff like that.
Breakfast,
like,
yeah.
And see, my boys about to be mad at me this week because their mama be taking them to school. Well, you not getting a bus ride. You getting a bus ride with me,
Yeah,
Shawty.
yeah.
We gonna walk down to that bus stop and you getting on a bus. So
Yeah.
I'm not taking you. So
You gonna meet that bus
yeah,
driver.
you're gonna meet your bus driver this week. Trust and believe me. And then it's a couple other things. Junior kicked off some little attitude this week about taking out the trash.
Oh, yeah.
So I got something for him too.
Yes,
coming up.
sir.
And he you know what I'm saying? He gonna take all the trash.
Tell mama, stand by. This is easy.
Let me handle this. I got this. You know what I'm saying? It's just a couple other little things. Layla, she go to Wise and she's like, Daddy, you on vacation? Can I stay with you this week? No. Because you catch a bus from your mother house.
Yeah.
If you stay with me, I gotta
to
take
take you to your bus.
I said, now, given because we don't do that no more, I give you 2 days. I give
yeah.
you Monday and Tuesday.
Yeah.
But that's it.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? I'm not taking you to school every day because I don't want to wait. I wake up to an alarm clock every day of the week. Even to come here on Sunday,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah.
It's an alarm clock to wake me up.
There is no late in.
I don't
no late days.
want to wake up to alarm clock. Not my alarm clock.
Yeah.
Let the wife alarm clock go. She's like, oh, babe, I'm sorry, that was mine. No, that's not my alarm.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't care. I'm going back to sleep.
I holler at you.
You know what I'm saying? I now what I do, I know y'all husbands, so I don't know about y'all. I always enjoy a moment to see my wife naked. So she might take a
Hell
shot.
yeah.
She come in there and
Yeah.
it might be up under the cover looking real quick, and then I lay back in there.
Yeah.
But I'm never going to shy away from
No,
that.
you
know what I'm
gotta
saying?
look at it.
I'm against my sneak freak.
You
peek,
gotta
know
look
what I'm
at
saying?
it.
All that. So yeah, that's it. I ain't. I'm gonna do everything you say. I'm gonna let you know how much land I see too.
We're gonna buy you a t-shirt. I'm gonna order it as soon as we get off the air.
Oh, okay. Hey, see,
Dad is off.
Dad is off.
That's what's up.
Don't. Hey, Dad, pops, papa, all of that. Whatever the variations is, I'm off. I'm off.
So I want you to go out this week. I want you to go to lunch by yourself.
Yes.
Do that.
Yes. Hell yeah.
I'm gonna do that.
Yes. Go
I'ma
on,
do
but
that.
yeah.
And eat inside the restaurant.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go to a bar. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that. That's
Get
All
you
that shit, man.
Get you a newspaper. Sit there like the old people that ain't got
I'ma
nothing
do
to
that.
A
dude.
nice spot too.
A good spot
that you
too,
want to
man.
go to.
I'ma
And,
do
and be
that.
fly as a motherfucker.
I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna go into the
Be
city
fly as a
one day
motherfucker.
this week for lunch, and I'm gonna sit somewhere.
Sit
dude.
there.
Yeah.
Just me personally. I mean, you know, I would do it. I would go to a restaurant that she want to go to,
I'm gonna do that.
and then take a picture of that motherfucker while you eating.
Hey, I say,
I'ma do
I
that.
say, get a massage.
I'm gonna do that. Man.
I say, you go
When
to
the last
massage
time
envy.
you took you time?
Yeah.
Do what
I don't-
you
it ain't no you
want
time,
to
bro.
do.
It's no
Exactly.
You need it, brother.
Let me show y'all some. Let me see. Y'all see these right here? These is New Balance, and this is not a New Balance sponsor, but these right here, if you're my M38 now, these are all-purpose dad shoes. At this point. These are no longer for style.
Never.
It's style because we wear New Balance, right? But at the same, these right here is all purpose. When they start getting dirty, I found out you can throw these jokers in the wash machine and keep pushing. Okay?
Keep it moving.
I don't get because everything go to everybody else.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
man,
saying? Like I gotta give. It's like I'm gonna take this. I'm definitely gonna take this time. It's gonna be.
Enjoy it.
Good vacation.
Not clean up the house while you by yourself.
No, we don't do it.
Yeah.
I do enough of that.
That stuff will still be dirty when everybody get home.
I'm a strict believer in that.
Yeah.
Wife be stressing. I was like, "You mad? I ain't mad."
Yeah,
Man,
no.
I told her, look. Kevin Hart said about women give a fuck too much, and that's the truth. It's things that I will not stress over, and I'm not gonna yell about or fuss about. Like Junior got mad about taking out the trash. Got you. Don't even worry about
Stand
that.
by.
I got you. Don't even worry about
That's
it.
right.
Hey, what they say? I learned this. This is my favorite quote. If you gonna cry, I'm gonna give you a reason to cry.
That's
and as a kid, we don't understand that because
Yeah.
you're like, I'm already crying. What you gonna give me a reason for? Because see, you crying for something stupid and it don't make no sense to me. But you keep doing what you're doing. I'm gonna give you a reason to cry.
Pain.
And now that you crying, because I gave you the reason, I'm okay with you crying. Because that makes sense to me.
Yeah.
So if you want to give attitude for something you're supposed to do, that's all right.
Like you always
I'm
say.
gonna give you a reason to have an attitude.
You always say, fuck your feelings.
Yes, fuck your feelings. And see, the thing is here. See, when we was young, we knew not to show no attitude or nothing like that in front of our kids, in front of our parents. We had to go in our room and yell into the pillow or do the the boys in the hood air fight, whatever. But you ain't about to go in there and do that in front of your parents.
I could never do nothing.
These kids built a little different, and I don't know what gave them the sense that they can do some of the stuff they do.
Because they ain't never been knocked over.
But I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you better than I. And that's the one thing that I miss about being home. Like that's the only thing about my schedules. I don't get some things. I don't get to be there to correct. And see, the one reason why I love the Cosby Show because I used to love how Bill would be on it and the things that he did to the kids to correct them. You know what I'm saying? Like when he went that one time when Theo he wouldn't get up and he went in there and snatched him out of the bed.
Yeah.
Or when he was teaching them when he was like, I'm gonna move out on my own, whatever. All I'm gonna eat is cereal and bologna. And Bill was like, well, I need this for gas.
Yes.
You need this. He was taking. I like lessons. I like
That's
moments
it.
like that. I like to be able to
teachable.
And I don't get to do stuff like
teachable,
that.
yeah.
I'm gonna do stuff like
teachable
that.
moments.
Yeah.
Speaking of Bill, man, Bill wasn't always that guy.
No, he wasn't.
Especially in real life, right?
Well,
So now we got another one on our hands. Another a brother that was convicted. R. Kelly.
He going away for 3 lives.
A minute.
Okay.
A minute.
Look.
What, racketeering charges?
R. Kelly just... Part of the problem was we never heard the stories. Mm-hmm. We heard all the accusations. We heard what people thought they heard from Keisha baby mama, cousin's father, son's nephew's brother. We never heard the actual accounts from the real people. And when we started hearing the actual accounts from the real people, that's when everybody turned. Because for you to lock people in a room for weeks, for you to take their phones away from them, for you to slap people around, that's not cool. That's not a man. That's some bitch shit.
A bully.
Slaver.
That's a bully. So the first time I caught wind of what was going on with R. Kelly, we were in high school, and the VHS tape that came out, and it was floating around. And the VHS tape really showed somebody that looked like R. Kelly having sex with an underage young woman and urinating on her.
First words out of his mouth was, it wasn't me.
Yeah, it was my brother or some shit. He said, "Dang, he tried to throw his brother up underneath the bus." Right? And then there was another scene where it was another young lady, right? And this was all supposed to take place inside his crib. So that was the first time I had ever heard of any remnants of R. Kelly being a bad guy or doing some shit that was like uncalled for. But with that being said, we also grew up in a time where your favorite crush, her boyfriend was probably 21, 22 or more. You know, every nigga in school had a crush on old girl that was a beast, and we was like, but the dude that was picking her up had a bubble, had a whatever car he had, but he was a grown ass man, and that was like, that was the norm.
But you know what? I always looked at this. First of all, this is the crazy thing. Females could always have a boyfriend that was older,
especially in our culture,
and date up, right? Like it was. But then as men, it was rare at our age to have a female that was older.
Yes.
That was like we might have had a crush on the oldest.
Yeah.
Even if you, I remember when I got 9th, 10th grade, the upperclassman that I liked, that was unobtainable at that time. You know what I'm saying? Now, once we graduated and shit like that, and I can shoot my shot, that's different. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a different status. But for a younger guy at that time, when you in that age range to reach up, we couldn't do it.
See, well, I had a moment and I dropped the ball. I'm gonna say I dropped the ball.
I don't know what's wrong with you.
But I took a fashion design class, right?
Oh, see,
and in my 12th grade year, you know, just women around. So I want to be among I don't want to go to PE with all the niggas. So fashion design, I ain't know shit about. I can't dress now. Fuck it. So I'm in fashion design with all the young ladies, and I'm drawing little outfits and shit. But my fashion design teacher, I didn't know she liked me a little bit.
Oh,
I didn't know.
Got to be.
It just went. I had on blinders because actually
oblivious to the game.
Slim, it was other youngers in the class. I'm like, yeah, and I had a little car that would smell like gasoline, and and if they needed a ride home, all the girls cared about was that you had a whip. So I get one ride home, get another one ride home. We talk. But one time, so I would never go to lunch. I would go to my fashion design class and hang out with everybody else, and we chilling out. So one time it was me and the teacher, and the teacher had to run home because her kid was there or some wild shit. I got the invitation to go to the crib with her.
Before you finish,
are you gonna get in trouble for telling this? Hell no! Look. You see me? We both put a hand on the mic. Like, hey.
Hell no!
Do we need to stop you right now?
No.
Right.
I'm just saying. I'm just talking about how oblivious and how the men really right. Yeah, Islam, because I wasn't. My mind was on the youngins that were my age.
You tripping? I was
Slim. But my mind was on the youngins that were my age, right? And so, meanwhile, I had to think about how. So I got invited to old girl house.
Did you say no? Yes.
You know what? I said I didn't go.
It wasn't a direct no. He just
I didn't go.
Didn't go.
I didn't. I didn't go. And if I would have went, who knows what would have taken place?
Your life would have changed.
Would have changed my whole thought process.
You might not have been married right now.
Today.
Listen, let me tell you something. And y'all, some of y'all, if you listen to the show, y'all know my story. How I was introduced to sex at a very extremely young age and things like that. Let me tell you. See, that's the difference between the average male and then you got a male like me that's been introduced to sex way earlier than we should have. Frank kind of just it was a way where you ain't say yes or no, you just let the situation kind of brush off
because my
mental
my thought process was on an old girl that was in my class.
Yeah, see, old Gelly girl having a little taste of something older. I would have an old girl. Cause see, you gotta remember, our teachers wasn't bad, Joe.
A 50-year-old looked like a 50-year-old back in the day.
We did not have the teachers the way they look now.
Yeah,
we did not have these kind of teachers.
But I had Miss McDuffie. McDuffie was a beast.
And that's what I'm saying. We out of many, we only had one. Mm-hmm. Maybe two. Mm-hmm. But one, and every nigga was like, if I ever got a chance.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So listen, and it wasn't, and 9 times out of 10, that one that we was looking at like that, she wasn't giving off no chance,
at all.
That wasn't happening. No. You know what I'm saying? I always see when you see these youngsters with teachers getting caught for having sex with these students. I'm like, how did y'all get caught?
Yeah.
What nigga was telling? Listen, if I ever had the opportunity to smash a teacher, my closest friends wouldn't even know.
That's right.
It ain't the same no more.
That's what you would not know. I wouldn't say nothing. I wouldn't say anything, Joe. I wouldn't say nothing. I even tell Miss Jones, like, look, I get a C in your class regularly. Don't change my fucking grade.
For nothing. Don't give me an A or B.
Don't up my. Keep it. You gotta play this name. Yeah. I wouldn't say nothing. Niggas will be in the crowd like, man, if I ever get a chance, I'll be right there with them. Like, man, you and me both, nigga. If I ever get a chance, in my mind.
But you know what? I remember saying that. But then the moment that it came, my mind was on the joint that was my age. You know what I'm saying?
To the game.
Because that was the one that I saw that was giving me the attention. The one that I was more interested.
That's why I try to tell you, if you would have got that. You wouldn't. I
It'd
tried to say
it'd have been a problem.
you would not. You wouldn't be married today.
It'd have been a problem.
I always say that
Change your life forever.
if my cousin would have not went to jail at the time that I turned 18, because literally my only passion, my only goal was to, once I hit 18, I can go to the club with him. I know he gonna give me all the VIPs, yada yada. That's what I want to do.
Yeah.
Right. If he wouldn't have went to, it was God's purpose. Because if he wouldn't have went to jail,
It'd been a problem.
I never would have got married.
Yeah.
I would not have a Layla right now.
Yeah.
I'm trying. Well, I might.
Yeah, about 5, 10 ladies.
Potentially, maybe, but because my process was, I don't want no kids. So if I ain't got no hat on me, okay, we old young kids. Y'all don't know what we use. Jimmy hats.
Jimmy
like
hats.
That's a condom.
Condom.
Y'all don't know what
A
that is.
rubber.
If I ain't had one of those, like I wasn't doing. I don't care what the mood looked like, Joe.
That's responsible.
That's why once I got into my whole phase, Walmart used to have a 30-pack on sale.
Mm-hmm.
Always. And I would buy the 30-pack and distribute that in the car, in my pocket, in my book bags, everywhere. It was just
Evenly
It
distributed.
was just everywhere, just in case.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's just how it was, and that was my mind.
Like a sanitary
I
napkin.
know, and if I really, because when me and the first wife, we went through a divorce, and I linked up with my cousin again, and I went through my whole phase. I was his wingman. And
Yeah.
I was, what we doing tonight, nigga?
Yeah.
Work week over. What we doing tonight? I was hitting him up before he was hitting. Where we going?
Mm-hmm.
What we doing? If I was laying in the bed, he hit me up like, "What you doing?" I'm doing whatever you doing. What you doing?
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I got tickets on a Camaro I had shooting from Maryland into DC.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
The black
it's
joint.
Yeah, it's just that's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? So the thought process be different, bro.
Yeah.
A teacher,
Slim, and she was a pretty teacher.
See?
And so R. Kelly is. I thought that this was about him and the victims, yet it was more. They charged it to the racketeering, and which is connected to the man charge. And I just learned what the man charge was. The man charge was really developed for Jack Johnson, the boxer, the old boxer Jack Johnson, right? And back in the day when they used to box, they would box until niggas just could not fight no more. It wasn't like a 20-round thing. But Jack Johnson thought he was living his best life then. He was taking white women across state lines. And so they developed a law for guys like Jack Johnson where you could not take women, especially a white woman, across state lines. And so what they're saying was R. Kelly was taking women across state lines for improper sexual things, you know what I'm saying? And I guess the whole thing was holding them hostage or whatnot. And so now there's racketeering things, but I also relate that to his catalog. This is a money thing now, right? And so because he has control over his catalog, or at least he did. Well, he's wrote for people like Celine Dion. He's worked with people like Michael Jackson. So, I mean, I'm talking about the dude has talent and is out there.
So I'm glad you bring that up.
And so this is a money thing. And so will the money go to the victims? Because they're going to take it from from R. Kelly. You know what I'm saying?
How can they?
It's racketeering. I mean, they're going to charge him. And when you in this kind of proceeding here, they're going to try to go after your dollar. Everything after your dollar.
That's kind of hard to do legally because one technically doesn't have anything to do with the other.
Okay.
I never knew that about the Jack Johnson law. That's interesting. And
it's called the Mann Act. Look up the Mann Act.
I am. It's pissing me off just thinking about it right now.
And because he's a black man, and I'm talking about, he had a nice car back then. And you mean tell me all these white boys watching this nigga ride down the street with 3-4 white girls in the back seat?
That was the big thing, bro. Because at the end of the day, Slim, we got swag, bro.
Yeah,
whatever you wanted to call it back in the day, je ne sais quoi, or that whatever you want, the mojo, whatever you want to call it, we got that.
Yeah,
we always had that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's just that flair, dapper, debonair. We always had that. And I don't care what you say. It's a reason white women see that.
Yes.
Hey, just look at Life.
Yes.
And I'm not Life. I'm talking about the movie Life, Martin Lawrence and Eddie Murphy. What was, I forgot what was the dumb name? What they call
Can't Get Right.
Can't Get Right. Yeah. Was able to smash the white jump because it was something she liked about that what she seen over there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He went in, knock that thing down. It's a reason why. But the bad part about it is black men have been killed for this.
Yes.
Persecuted, hung, all of that. We know this throughout history. It's factual.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So white men don't got what we got.
Yeah.
And that is just what, and I ain't talking about the package and all that. I ain't got nothing to do.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, just period, just off of our confidence and whatever, even in a situation that's against us, we still can remain confident. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it. But as we talking about R. Kelly, let's bring this point up.
Yeah.
Do you listen to his music?
I
and
do.
And it's the thing, and that's what I'm saying, because people like, oh, we ain't ban R. Kelly, not listening to the music, whatever. So if the thought process is that while he was writing, putting out all of this amazing music, that it was a personification of what he was actually doing, right? And you want to ban his music, not block his music. What about the music that he wrote for everybody else?
Exactly. Well, music to me marks time.
So are you not listening to that music either? Are you not listening to their music either? The music that he did write and produce for them, are you not listening to those songs and things like that? Like, let's be real. Don't go after one and not go after all, because at the end of it, it's all R. Kelly hand.
Yeah.
Now, see, me personally, I learned this because of ministry.
Okay.
Because pastor, like, this is one thing. What you're gifted to do is what you're still a person. You still got your own thing. You still got your issues and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So just because God, and even you can see this in the Bible if you want, God gave certain people gifts and they can operate in those gifts very well, but that doesn't mean that I'm not a person outside of that gift and I don't make mistakes and things don't happen.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's just the thing is, are you living according to what you're doing and stuff like that, whatever. This man was gifted in music, right? So are you not say you got to separate the music for the man because you think that when he was writing that song based off of him pissing on some little girl, that's what you think, right? Or was he just in his element? See,
Right.
me, this is how I feel about it. I still listen to R. Kelly music. I'm not. You got people that the minute an R. Kelly song come on, they running to change the channel. I'm not doing that.
No.
Am I going and just throwing on R. Kelly? No, I might have a day where I might want to. Like I've told y'all how I listen to music sometimes. Like I might just be in an Usher mood or back. Like this week, all I've been listening to is Go Go. You know what I'm saying? So I might just be in that mood. So I might want to hear some R. Kelly songs. So I put R. Kelly in the joint, just let it run through, whatever. Listening to R. Kelly music ain't making me want to go pee on no girl.
No.
It ain't making me want to go get no 13-year-old.
That's not who you
it's
are.
It's appalling to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I hear that R. Kelly music. I listen to in TP2.com. I'm thinking about to go get my wife.
That's
we
what I'm
about to
saying.
go.
Man, you
know
play
what
in the
I'm
car,
saying?
yeah.
I'm not, even at the time when you think about when the time was out, I know right now when TP2.com came out, all the jumps that I want to smash to that album.
Yeah.
I know the females that I wanted to beat down to that album in the background.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not like so, but if you think you that heavily influenced by his music that it's making you want to do some crazy stuff like he was doing, then by all means don't listen
You
to
need
it.
just as much help as he do. Yeah.
The thing is, we gotta know when to separate the gift from the individual.
Yeah.
Right? And I say that because it's times when you got pastors, ministers, and stuff like that that are held to the fire based off of what they say and they preach versus what they doing in their personal life. So my mother a pastor. And of course, pastor, you ain't supposed to be cussing, you ain't supposed to be doing all that other stuff. Mama could cuss every now and then.
Yeah.
Mama might drop a F on you or something like that every now and then. But of course, because of that, she's held to a certain standard.
Right.
It was in seeing ministry up close that at the end of the day, people still people.
Yeah.
And we still gonna make mistakes. We ain't perfect. We still gonna do, just because we can do what we like. For example, O has a gift to do the thing that he doing in terms of creating this space with the underground lab, right? And he had, because of what he wants to do, he's taught himself a lot of these different things, these audios and videos and everything. But that don't make the expertise in the audio and video field. He know how to do it.
Yeah.
He understand it.
Yeah.
He need to understand it because of what it is that he trying to produce. But I can't hold O to the fire because a video might not come out the right way or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like that's you gotta, but people don't know how to separate.
Right.
You see one as the other, and it's the same thing. Like it's some pastors or whatever that might get into some things that like I can't like though you can't be preaching about that and you getting it you but at the same time don't take away like some people will say I would never take Stephen Harvey advice because he been through this many marriages and yada yada yada. And that's exactly why he can tell you. Yeah, because he can tell you he's talking from his mistakes, his wrongs. Because if that's the case, I can't talk to you about drinking and driving. I can't talk to you about a DUI.
Because if you never been through it, yeah.
You know, I have been through it.
But I'm saying if a person has never,
some people might look at the like but you had a DUI, so how you gonna tell me about a DUI? Well, nigga, if I didn't have a DUI, I wouldn't be able to tell you about a DUI.
Yeah, I'd rather listen to a person.
I'm not gonna listen to nobody
never
that
had one. Yeah,
like you have no clue. Like
that's speculation.
I can tell you right now what it's like. The money that's gonna cost you. The
sober
stress is gonna cost you. You know what I'm saying? What opportunities you gonna miss just because of having that simple label under your record? Yeah, I know what that shit feel like. Like I will never sit here and be like, I know what it feel like to be a convicted felon for murder because I don't. Yeah, but what I do understand is what it feel like that when you finally released and you know you can live your life now, or what it feel like not to be given opportunities. Just because that was your past, to be held accountable for that. I do know what that feels like. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's me personally. I know people gonna be like, nah, you crazy. I ain't listening to no music. Cause I ain't listening to none of his music. I don't. If Step in the Name of Love came on right now,
we gonna step.
I'm a step.
We're going to step.
I'm a step.
But, well, I've always been a fan of, when we talk about the ladies and the people that were surrounded by R. Kelly or surrounded themselves with R. Kelly, don't date people based off of their talent, and don't date people based off of what you perceive them to be. Like, okay, well, they have potential to be this or to be that. So now your intent is off of that. That's going to lead you down the wrong road each and every time when you really don't get to know that person and get to know their intentions. And so none of them women he also had some boy charges too. So none of them women or guys base their judgment off of R. Kelly's intentions. Even the parents, they based it off of who he was and what he had and what he did. He's famous, same as Michael Jackson. I'm not saying Mike did it, but there's remnants out there that Mike's been touching boys. You think I'm sending my son over to Mike's house? You got another goddamn thing coming.
And that was my problem when we seen the little specials come out. Yeah. That it was jokers on there literally knew about his past. Yeah. And would say on there, I'm not letting my child go do this, that, and the third, and still sent them over there. Yeah. I got a problem now. Yeah. I definitely got a problem with you, Tam. Because I'm not going, because if I decided to go to an R. Kelly concert, I'm not going to take my teenagers to no damn R. Kelly concert. First of all, I don't even know if a teenager should be going to an R. Kelly concert. I'm not taking you there to where somehow, some way, you could possibly be exposed to this dude.
Be influenced to, yeah.
Well, I gotta look at nigga. You was looking for $1.
Yeah, that's all that was.
You was looking for $1. You was looking for a come up, champ, and you exposed your child, and now you want to be outside a potential building that your child locked up in.
And you protesting what was going on. No, I got a problem with that.
It was a couple people out there that took checks and stayed silent.
Yeah. A lot of his team turned on him too. So these were people who were his handlers, that were his drivers, and they well, you know, I don't think that they should have turned on him because you were part of the problem. If you were the security, if you were the driver, if you were the person that was helping supply these young ladies, helping to support his habit, then I think that you should be just as accountable. So such as the media. The media needs to be held accountable too, because I didn't have a clue that Aaliyah was 16 or 17 when she was that age. The media had her up there like she was that's a grown goddamn woman singing about the things. At
least 21.
Singing about the things that she's singing about and looking the way that she does. This was not the little Disney girl, when she was really Disney age. You know what I'm saying? They put her up there like, okay, she's fuckable and she's fuckable for grown men. No, she was not supposed to be that.
But from their perspective, you are an adult. You should know that once you find out this girl's real age, it's off limits.
Yes.
Facts.
Yes. No,
I agree. I had a TikTok the other day. And this jump was on there bouncing ass. Shorty was thick, nigga.
Yeah.
Whoa. Okay. All right. I'm talking about. Shorty was mean. And one dude put in the comments. I always go to the comments on TikTok because they be the funniest shit. My man said, "Fellas, don't be fooled. It's a charge. She only 17." And even the chick got on there and commented and said, "Yeah, I'm only 17. I'll be 18 in however many months or whatever." I said, "Sam, first of all, when we were 17, we was just happy our 17 Jones started growing titties.
Yes.
These Jones look like 25-year-old strippers, nigga. These shorty full, but I'm like, how in the hell do you look like that right now?
Yeah.
At 17,
Dennis
high
Curry
school. Never would have guessed you in a high school. You get niggas in trouble.
Yeah.
So that the whole R. Kelly thing. If you was one of his handlers, if you was the driver, security, if you was one of the motherfuckers in the entourage, and you knew,
Yeah, you guilty to me.
guilty.
You guilty to me, yo.
If you didn't know, you supposed to turn this motherfucker in. Imagine if that's your daughter. Imagine if that's your niece. Imagine if it's your sister.
How can you not know if you are constantly surrounded by this nigga? You know what I'm saying?
It's a quote that I like, and the quote is, "The only way for evil to stand is for good men to stand and do nothing." Right, that quote is the single reason why I like one particular movie, Tears of the Sun. Right?
Tears of the Sun.
Bruce Willis, John, I love that. That's my favorite movie. Huh?
Okay.
And when that quote doesn't come up to the end of the movie, when the credits is rolling, I was like, that's it. I don't even know why, but I love that thing, and it's as simple as that. Like if you, like you said, somehow you, depending on your position, you might not know. Like you may be oblivious to the jump, but if you like something like a driver, and you always going to pick up or drop off, nigga, you got to start thinking of something.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Something got to start.
Yeah, especially you go drop off somebody, and their parents is at the door waiting for them.
Yeah.
First time you ain't gonna think of it.
Yeah.
Right.
Second time you gonna be like,
something ain't right about this.
Shit, if I'm a driver and your grandma, this is a perfect segue. Once you know.
Oh yeah, it is a perfect segue.
If there is a parent that's dropping off their kid or is right there and their kid is then I'm picking their kid up and I'm the driver for this grown man. This young lady's getting into our vehicle to be with this grown man and go wherever he's going. My antennas are going to raise. Why? Because her mama just dropped her off. This is not a grown woman. Her grandmama just dropped her off. You know what I'm saying? I obviously know that, okay, this woman has some support. And two, I need to start asking some questions maybe a little later.
So from that, just because of what we do here, I'm gonna say, and you know this, I work with kids.
Yes.
So, you know, kids get dropped off in here, they do recordings, whatever they're going to do. But their parent stays the first 2 or 3 times.
That's right. That's right.
All right? It's
Yep.
not until they get comfortable with me that they are dropping their kids.
Shit, you got parents that have never left.
Exactly. The other thing is, to cover from my side, there's always somebody else in here with me.
Yeah.
So, from that perspective, the drivers, if I'm going to pick up your child and you're sending them out the door, waving, doing the whole thing, I'm not going to think too much of it the first few times. But like you said, if you go and I'm dropping you off at the airport and your 17-year-old, 16-year-old, 15-year-old daughter is getting on a plane by herself
To go see.
with a group of grown men,
Yeah.
that's when I'm gonna start
In the
questioning.
entertainment center,
Yes.
in the entertainment business. And come on, parents, you know good goddamn well. Most of y'all know good goddamn well your kid ain't got no damn talent. Your kid can't sing. Your kid can't dance. Now what the fuck they doing? Traveling. Well, what are they doing? Being an entourage, being part of. What are they doing?
That makes no sense.
Nothing at all. This is a perfect segue because
It is. It's a perfect segue because if you go to the 301 nutrition spot, you can get you a good healthy drink that'll give you clarity of mind to help you make some sound decisions.
Yes.
And think about what it is that you're doing.
Yes.
Where can you find the 301 nutrition spot at, Frank?
301 nutrition spot up in Marlboro, Maryland. Was it 301?
9542 Crane Highway up in
Yes,
Marlboro,
indeed.
Maryland.
See, this is a collective
Go-
in here.
Go in there and speak to Miss Doris.
Miss Doris.
Miss Doris hook you up with all the drinks. We went in there, we took over. We have our own official drink in the 301 Nutrition Spot. You go in there, you ask for the Underground Lab drink. It is the Skittles drink. It is delicious. Trust me when I tell you this. That tea is amazing. It is sweet. It is nice. And it is good for you.
My man.
And it'll help you not make dumbass decisions like some of these people was
Or at least you ain't got. Or at least you ain't got no excuse.
Right,
You
you
have
ain't got no
healthy
excuse.
mind and body.
So I'm gonna put this out here officially real quick. The Underground Lab. If any of the friends of the Underground Lab is out here doing anything illegal, immoral, bad, judgmental, whatever you want to call it, with underage children, get the fuck away from us.
Yes, quick, hurry, and
You
fast.
will be held accountable and held to the fire.
Well, first of all,
here you
no
will.
smoke.
Yeah,
It
yeah,
ain't no-
yeah,
it-
yeah,
it's
yeah.
not
No,
a
we don't fuck
it ain't
around.
no smoking around here. You
No.
gonna get the full
Yeah.
inferno.
You don't take care of your kids, you can't come around us, man.
Facts.
No, we don't even
Facts.
roll like
Facts.
that. But as
Yes,
y'all,
Frank, tell us where you was going with that. While I make me.
most of the time, most folks don't know who's behind the camera. And as of lately, we've had my 17-year-old son. His name is also Frankie. Introduce yourself, Frankie.
Mic check, 1, 2. How's everyone doing on this wonderful Sunday?
With the proper. With the proper.
Gotta come
So
on,
yeah,
ladies and gentlemen.
so this is my son, 17 years old, and we want to have a conversation. He's surrounded by grown men, and the title of this show is called Old Girl. And so yesterday, this was the second.
Sorry to the young lady that's getting called old
Put it
girl.
on the spot right now.
Old girl.
Well, let me preface.
I hope old girl don't listen to this. Tell her don't listen to this show.
No,
Frank.
no,
She ain't listening to this.
No, she
I told her not
should.
to.
First of all, this was a beautiful young lady, intelligent, humble, and she comes from a good family. And this was the second time that he's had her over, right, to the crib. And most of the time, you're typically told don't bring anything home to mama, right? Well, this is the second time he has had her over. And most time when we grew up, we went over to the young lady's house. Things have changed. And now there was a young lady who came over, and her grandmother dropped her off, and she just wanted to come over to hang out with Frank and the family. They had a good time. He was very respectful, but there were some defects that I saw, right? I saw things like when it was time.
What? Okay, so we're not talking about an onboard crash, and we're talking about an individual.
Yeah.
What is a defect?
Okay, so I'm sorry. I'm
Please go into this. I'm curious now. What did I do wrong?
Well, on my 9 to 5, I'm an engineer, and so those engineering terms, a defect is something that's wrong, something that that shouldn't be done, or something that's not right.
So she wasn't handicapped or
No,
nothing like that.
but
Okay,
it wasn't a defect on it wasn't a defect on her. It was more of a defect on something that maybe I should have taught my son, and I had to give him guidance at the moment because
Hold on, Frank. Hold on. Okay, look. Frank 1 and Frank 2. Frank 1.
yeah, Big Frank.
Big Frank.
Little Frank over here.
All right. Little Frank is only 17.
That's right.
Everything that you taught him still ain't gelled yet.
That's true.
'Cause he ain't had experience to add to it.
Exactly.
That's true.
You gotta give. He gonna make mistakes.
Yes.
So it could not have been that bad.
No, it wasn't bad at all.
But I'm glad
It wasn't bad at all. It's a conversation because
Definitely,
we
let's
have
talk on them.
we have folks that listen to this show that also have teenage boys and girls that are in the dating scene now, or they're just growing up. And there are certain things that you want to teach your son or teach your daughter
Let's give him the
about.
brain real quick. How old are you, Frank?
17.
17.
Yeah.
What's your teenage years you've dealt with so far?
All right. So my son is about to turn 19. My daughter is about to turn 18 on Wednesday. Happy birthday!
Happy
Kendall.
birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
And then I got a 12-year-old and my 21-year-old.
Yeah, so I got 16 right now, 19 right now. Then of course the boys, they coming up when they come up. But these are the age ranges we are dealing with here, and based off of those age ranges, even just now, I wish I could have heard the conversation we had before we hit the record button. Even with a little slightly older. Same age, really.
Yeah,
Same,
same
age.
age.
Old had some questions like, nigga, when you start? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, so we like this episode, we're gonna let this one go because this is a talk that people need to hear, especially from 3 fathers right
Yeah.
here. You know what I'm saying? That you don't hear this type of stuff. So let's keep getting into it.
And this is the thing. I call them defects because this is a 38-year-old man now. You know what I'm saying? Speaking. So now it's like I know better. At one point in
Do
time, I
you
was
know
the
that
age.
young niggas call you an OG?
Yes,
all
I get it all the time.
All the young jokers at my job call me
OG.
And the first time
OG.
I heard it, it threw me, but then I
Yeah.
took it as respect.
But
you
the
know
minute
what
they call me on, we fighting. Call me on, and I'm throwing these hands,
you don't want
nigga.
to be called on?
Hell, where's my knife?
You want to be called on?
You better keep that one in your pocket to the right one.
Right.
Don't get your ass whooped by 18 year
These young niggas,
They gonna have to pack a lunch.
These young niggas,
They gonna have to pack a lunch. Shit. Y'all seen Baby Boy? Ring, grab that nigga behind. Man, my headlock is unpackable, nigga. I get you in that motherfucking headlock and I squeeze until your motherfucking head pop off. But yeah, so first of all, son, I appreciate you bringing your friends home. That was something that I lacked. And most of us might have lacked as boys that grew up. Now, yeah, we might have brought our boys home. Boys hung around. But the youngest, did we bring the youngest to meet mom? Did we bring the youngest to meet dad if dad was in the house? Like my pops wasn't in the house, right?
the ones I wanted to.
See, I didn't even bring my youngest home like that. I brought one home, which is now my wife, right? But I didn't bring a bunch of women to
Mrs.
the...
Ball, that say a lot. He brought you home.
That's right. I didn't bring
He
a
ain't bring
bunch...
the rest of them home.
I
Always
didn't.
remember that.
She mainly came around, and she didn't even come around like that. I didn't feel it was important, first of all. No one told me that it was important to expose your friends to your parents. My mom would ask from time to time, and she knew who my best friends were. Like, if I'm riding in cars and all that, she knew for the most part, hey, I'm with my best friend, Chris. Chris responsible, come from a 2-parent household, things of that nature. She knew what car he got, what his tag number is, where we going, supposedly. All of those things, right? So I can't say that I appreciate my kid exposing his friends to his parents, especially those of the female. You know, in today's light, anything can happen, and next thing you know, they said Frankie did something. Well, Frankie did something with who? You know, I know everybody say, oh, no, not my kid. Not my kid. Yeah, not my kid, but we don't know what other kid he was with.
And I must say this. People always be like, oh, not my kid. Let me tell you something. I will defend and advocate for my kid all I can. But at the end of the day, who your kid is with you and who your kid is out in the street is two different individuals.
Two different people.
People need to understand that.
Yep.
Like, it's a reason why the whole term, it takes a village to raise a child. Because your neighbors and stuff like that seen a side of your child that you didn't get to see, and they were able to correct them for that.
Yeah.
Because they know that that's not what you should be doing.
Yeah.
Or they don't know you like that.
Yeah.
It's not like that no more.
Yeah.
So you got people always quick to defend. I'll always defend my kid. But before I defend my kid, I will dissect that situation first, and I want to hear everything.
Yes.
And then I'll be able to pull from it, because one thing I love this parent intuition thing, Joe. I love knowing the answers to the questions without them answering.
Yeah.
I love being able to pick up like, ooh, I know you lying.
Yeah.
Ooh, I already know I know exactly why you did what you did.
Yeah.
And you trying to figure out why you did what you did and then lie to me about it. I love
used to be
we knew this.
teenagers.
That's what experience give you, Joe. I
Yeah.
love knowing
That's
this
your
stuff.
superpower.
Because I be sitting there like, oh yeah, really. I remember one time Layla left her keys at home, and when I tell you, Slim, she came home with the most detailed, elaborate story of what she did with these keys and why she thought somebody took her keys at school. She went to school. They was in a notebook. They was in a book bag, but she took them out of the bag and put them in a notebook, and this, and this. And all of this, I'm like, oh, do tell you.
Do tell.
The whole time, them keys was on her bed.
Yeah. Wow.
How did you make all of that up?
Yeah.
And that's how I knew my daughter. I said, I don't care what nobody say. Like, right now, she might get in trouble for talking too much in school and stuff like that. But I know that this is a gift to her.
Yeah.
And she'll
Yes.
be able to do some amazing things with it, because I'm going to cultivate that part of
There
it.
you
I
go.
just know that because you don't know what to do with it, I got to deal with the unfiltered version of it. But boy, it's just things about being a parent.
Yeah.
Like, my favorite quote right now is, I'm going to give you a reason to cry.
There you go. Yes. Yeah.
I love it, because now I understand it.
There you go.
know what I'm
Yes,
saying? It's great stuff. So look, Frank, break down this night? You know what I'm saying? So this was a date night for you, little Frank? Y'all went out or whatever one night or something, or she just came over the house just for like dinner or something?
She just came over the house and we
Oh,
were just
y'all
watching
just
Netflix.
chilling.
And this was the second time.
You was watching Netflix. You left Netflix and chill already.
Yeah. Well, see, this is well, no, nobody pays for cable anymore.
This is teenage Netflix.
Yeah.
and chill.
I already know. I'm just saying.
Yeah. So
Foul on you. No,
they was watching Don't Be a Menace to the comedy one.
Culture. Oh, the South Central.
Yeah.
Cultural.
And so when I got there,
What did you see? Let's talk on these defects. I want to hear, because Frank was probably just moving through the night. He was cool. What's your defects? What you see that you think we need to talk about here?
So there are certain things. I got a daughter. I got a wife. I got a mom. Y'all have daughters. There are certain standards to be set, right? And so when it comes to just like the conversation that we had before, when your daughter is out of your hands and now she's with the young lady, the young man that she's with, he's responsible. He's responsible for not only her health and welfare, but also sometimes how she feels. If she don't make her feel like she felt like she's been attacked or raped or whatever the case is, you're at blame for that. And this society is no different than when we grew up. Our parents had to talk with us about how to act with the police, right? Our parents may not have had to have that conversation. The white kids don't have to have that conversation. Well, young men have to have the conversation about how to conduct themselves with young ladies. Always, and even more now than ever before, because of because of where we are, because you have things like R. Kelly, because of the Me Too movement and all of these things, we have to have these conversations. But I've always been a fan of raising gentlemen. And so when it's time for the young lady to go, what did you do? What did you do, son?
I gladly got my shoes. I met the father.
That was not true at all. That was not true at all.
Okay.
Let's tell the truth.
Hey, hold on.
Let's
He
tell
had that
the
answer on
truth.
deck. My man said, I gladly got my shoes and met the father.
Okay.
All right, so keep it 1,000. What we did.
She started putting on her shoes, and I just started looking at my phone because I was low key a little terrified to meet her father, the way she had described him. All right, like I never been afraid to meet nobody's parents before, especially any of my female friends. But for some reason, the way she described him, and like in my mind before I knew he was coming, it was just like, yeah, it's just about to be it's about to be her father. What's so bad about it? But the second I really heard that door knock, I'm like, oh wait, like I froze up. So I ain't gonna lie.
And so my thing is this, brother, you at home, and you at home with a king, man. You know what I'm saying? So there's don't ever fear when you're in your house. First and foremost, right? Never fear. That's your home, and you at home with your father. So when I saw her, she was getting up. She was getting up, putting on her shoes, and getting ready to go. I said, "Ho, stop, brother. First of all, you got to escort her outside. You get to open the door because her dad is coming to pick her up. This is not just her going outside. Even if she was going outside to an Uber." Even if she was going outside to get on her own whip, y'all are now 17 and 18 years old. Well, y'all should be driving, or y'all are at the age of driving. The thing is, okay, be a gentleman. Now it's time to face the fire. This is her father. This is someone else you are now responsible, or you have to face. So what I did, I said, no, this is what we're gonna do, son. Get your shoes on. We're gonna escort this young lady outside. I opened the door first. I got to meet him. Because I did not meet the grandmother who came and dropped her off. My wife was there to meet. We were working.
At least somebody. Man.
Right, someone was there. Her dad is now come. Now I need to let him know, guess what? There's another responsible brother here, brother. So you are in no fear. Your daughter's being taken care of. She's going to be right every time she comes over. Now you don't have she going to go see Frank? Frank dad there. Frank mom there. We okay. My daughter's okay there. So I had to start it there. But my job was to teach him, this is what you have to do, son. So follow my lead. So after we shook hands, I go downstairs to get the young lady. Of course, they're chilling, shoes off. You gotta put shoes on. And my thing is, okay, lady, let's hurry up, get your goddamn shoes on, because your daddy's at the front door. And why is it taking you so goddamn long to get to the front door?
Because that's how we think.
If I am the dad, right?
That's how we think of sitting in the car.
But these kids don't move with any sense of urgency. And it's okay, cool. So we go outside. I dap them up again. I'm giving the dap now that this is the brother dap. It's COVID, but hey, what's up, my brother? And it's one of those daps. He sees that. He goes in, he opens the door. The dad stops, jumps out of the car, comes around because now he's standing up. Oh no, this is a big nigga. Frank ain't no little guy. Frank has the statue of a grown man.
Frank got
he might be a little thin, but he got the statue of a grown man. So dad gets out the car and he greets son. And son gives the dad the same handshake embrace that I give him, which it may have thrown him off. And I saw the father smile. But if I was not there to teach my son that, to show him that, then what impression would the father have had about my kid and about his daughter's friend?
Okay, let's stop right there.
It's okay if I say something?
Yeah, I need you to say.
Absolutely.
I'm sorry. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, there you go, baby.
Tell that story from your point
perspective.
of view.
Yes.
See, from my perspective, I don't think of it as a teaching moment. That was just me, like, just
Talking to the
completely
mic.
messing
Talking
up.
to the mic.
Oh, right. My bad. Mic check. That's something I know personally. That's something that you didn't have to teach. That's just something that I messed up on. That's something I dropped the ball on. You shouldn't have had to do that, for real. Like, I know better. I never done that a day in my life. I don't know why I froze up in that one moment. You feel me? So, but yeah, that's on me.
Hold on, before you do that, don't ever wonder why you froze up. It just happens. You froze.
Depending on the situation.
That's all it is.
Yep.
It happens to everybody. 41, I still freeze them on.
Yes.
So don't look down on yourself for freezing. Number one. Number two, you took responsibility, which is the fucking key right here.
Absolutely.
Always take responsibility for your actions because you did it. Okay, keep on.
And hold on, before you go, and see, you right. Dad didn't have to do it because the whole time, Dad been instilling that the whole time. Mm-hmm. So he didn't have to, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. He did have a moment where he got stuck, and that's cool. Mm-hmm. That ain't nothing wrong with that. Like, you learn from your experience. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? Like, you still, and come on, man, certain situations, it'll freeze you.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
Like, you might get a little nervous or whatever. But the thing about that is, the key thing that you said is that in no other situation have you ever been nervous like that. Mm-hmm. You had no problem. Because, see, I ain't never had, people used to always ask me, was you scared to meet her father? No. Mm-hmm. I'm not scared to meet her father because I know what I'm bringing to the table. Even at 17, mm-hmm. 18, or whatever, I know what I'm bringing to the table and I know what my intentions is. Mm-hmm. First of all, I ain't never go meet no female's father that my only intention was I'm smashing.
Yeah.
I don't need to meet your parents.
Yeah.
And as an adult, if my only intentions is smash you, I don't need to meet your kids.
Yes.
And I don't need to see none of your family.
Yeah.
Let's be clear about that.
Yeah.
So it's the same thing. It just transcends. It changes from what age range and where you at and what the things is that you're doing. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I ain't never had when it was time for me to meet a father, because that father was the father of someone I called a girlfriend.
Yes.
Not a side chick or whatever, rider, none of that shit. So I know that I got to come at my best because I'm about to meet daddy, and daddy got to be comfortable with me. So you absolutely right. You ain't never been uncomfortable in that situation, whatever. For whatever reason, she dropped a little bit more. She did an Eve on you like Adam and Eve and gave you more than what you really need. She probably over exaggerated maybe a little bit. I don't know. And it kind of froze you up, but it's cool.
Yeah.
It's cool. Like O said, the biggest thing is you seen it, you realize it, you know it. You didn't need dad there, but at the same time, it's cool because it's a learning experience and you know how to handle it. But at the same time, you made pops comfortable as well.
Mm-hmm, yes.
You see what I'm saying?
Yes. And just like we had the conversation off camera, like you said, if old boy don't come up and meet you, you're not going out with him.
Not going.
You're not going out with him. So if
care.
you would have dropped that ball at that point in time, and I talk to so many fathers, with daughters, and the issue is the young man has a lack of self-worth, self-confidence, and there are certain things that you're human. You are a human being. You have the ability to forget. But if my pilot, this is not like flying the plane, if my pilot forgets to put down the landing gear as we're trying to land, there could be a problem. You know, there could very well be a problem. And so at a crucial time when it's like, okay, look, you have a young lady and her father is there. That's a crucial time. First impression is the lasting impression. You don't want to leave a bad first impression at all.
That's
at
with
all
anything.
with a young lady and her
Period.
parents, especially her father. You don't want to leave a bad impression. Y'all both have young ladies that y'all are raising, and damn near grown young ladies, but they're older teenagers in college and all that. If a young man does not do those things in relationship with y'all, how do y'all, maneuver around all that?
Well, I'll let you go first.
The college one, the college one. That's a whole different situation.
That's a different one.
It ain't much you can do when they not in your household anymore. But you just had that conversation. You just let them know this is how you're supposed to be treated. He's not a bad guy. He just doesn't do what I would do. And I had to let myself know that I also got 20 plus years of experience.
Don't expect you out of somebody else.
Yeah.
And once you get to that point is when you just got to realize that you taught them their whole life.
Yeah.
And it is now on them to use the stuff that you taught them.
Yeah.
See, the thing about you was, like you said, adult girl, 19 years old, things like that. I always tell, like I just told y'all, every dude that has come home to meet me and they taking them out, the first thing I tell them once they leave out of my house is the minute she walks out of this house with you, she is no longer my responsibility, she's your responsibility. I mean, her safety and well-being and things like that, all of that stuff. In terms of how y'all decide y'all set y'all date up, whether y'all going Dutch or what, that's between y'all. I ain't got nothing to do with that. You know what I'm saying? Because, see, one thing, I just watching stuff and learning stuff, dating is different now.
Yes.
It does not look like a common thing now is when a dude picking up a female for a date is not to go to the door and meet her folks, or it's even to walk her to the car.
That whole text shit.
Hey Slim, their mindset now is, I'm coming to pick you up so we can go out. Why do I got to get out of my car, go grab you just to walk back to my car?
Yeah.
Literally, that's the mindset now. That's how it is. And I follow a couple of different YouTube shows where the guys literally talk about where they might be like mid-20s, and that's how they think. That's what it is. Why do I gotta come do that? Why do I need to do that? I don't need to do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's the safety issues out the window. All of that stuff is out the window. Why do I need to come meet you at your door and meet your parents if we don't know what our situation is going to be yet? Their thinking is like that. And I think like that kind of goes to the question that you asked me, is how did I know when to be different or whatever? And I think that's what it is, just understanding more the psyche of I'm so glad that I'm married. So I could not imagine dating right now. Even at our age, dating women that's our age, I could only imagine
Swiping left.
the way it looked, because even just because you our age, it's no telling how you was raised. It ain't no telling like will you little. One of the questions I always ask once we start talking about her boyfriends or whatever, is his father around? I don't care. I know mama gonna be around. His father around.
Yes, very important.
And basically, and the only reason why I'm asking that is because you've already told me enough to know that I know that either he ain't around at all or he a part-time dad. Now let me be clear on everything. I'm a part-time dad as well. And when I say that, everybody, I'm not down talking dads. What I'm saying is, when I say part-time, I mean that your child does not live with you.
Okay.
You know, so I'm not saying that you a shitty father or nothing like that. When I say you a part-time, because I told my father he was a part-time father. And we had this conversation, was like, I never knew parenting was this hard. And I was like, Daddy, you can't even relate to me in this because you wasn't a full-time dad.
I had the same conversation.
And what I mean is that we didn't live with you.
Yeah.
You was a dad when it was time for you to pick us up or address certain issues, even if we wasn't with you. That's what I mean. You know what I'm saying? Because when you was in dad mode, you was in dad mode. You know, all that other stuff. But that's just real talk. If you, like, even right now, my daughter's mother is a part-time mother. Because when my daughter's with me, she ain't got to be on duty.
Yeah.
She can be whatever she want to be. So she a part-time mother. It's the same. It go both ways. So it's just things that I had to understand, and I learned, like, all right, you got a part-time dad. You don't got dad at all. I may never meet this dude's father. I don't know what he look like. I don't know what he's teaching him, what he not teaching him, none of that shit. So the expectation aspect, I'm not expecting anything out of him.
Yes.
But when you meet me, I will set the bar,
Yeah.
and then you will understand.
Yeah.
Raising my daughter has a level of expectation now and it's a bar that you have to meet, and you need to understand that. You see what I'm saying? And it's like just like with mine, she had a situation. Of course, I gave him the talk and all that other stuff. Things happen, whatever. They so-called break up, whatever, and they get back together. I never get into my daughter's relationships. These are your relationships to learn and grow from. I can't tell you how to be in love, not be in love, how to feel, and all that other stuff. But now, because of this particular situation, I will talk to him. Understand, I will have a conversation with him.
Yeah.
Right? And she understood that. When I talked to him, I flat out said to him, why are you in my house?
Yeah.
Not why, and I told him, don't tell me you in my house because my daughter invited you into my house. Why are you here?
Yeah.
You broke up with her, and now you decided to be back with her. Why? And I said to him, why the fuck are you here? Why are you here? I need to, like, at this moment right now, I'm giving you the opportunity to grow up.
Yeah.
I'm giving you the opportunity to, whatever your so-called weaknesses or faults may be, I'm giving you a time now, man to man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I made them leave. Y'all can go. He's still going to be alive. He's still going to be here. But me and him going to have a talk, and you need to get out of here. Me and him going to have this conversation. Because at the end of the day, real talk, people, to decide to start dating somebody and doing all that, that's grown folk business.
Yeah.
That's grown folk business.
Yeah.
It's responsibilities that you gotta take when you decide to so-called date somebody,
Yeah.
and be monogamous with somebody, and just be about one person.
Yeah.
I don't care what age you are.
Yeah.
There's certain responsibilities that come with that, and me and you, we're gonna have an understanding. And then after this conversation, we're gonna know where I stand.
Did he answer the question?
Yeah, he answered the question. We sat out there, you know what I'm saying, and when I needed to speak up,
Yeah.
I can't hear you.
Yeah.
Stand up. Let me stand up straight. I need to understand what you're saying.
So I want to address this, and when I think of part-time dads and all of that good stuff, me and O, we were both in the military, and then you got those that are reservists. We were active, and just because you are a reservist member of whatever branch does not mean that you're still not a soldier.
Absolutely.
You may be on call, but your mindset has to always be in the known of, this is who I am, and I can be called up in any moment.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So even as a father, and you may not be in the home full time, as a mother, you may not be in the home full time, but your thought process is always on the welfare of your child.
Yep.
And so I don't consider those to be part-time parents at all. Whether you are an in-home parent, you may be co-parenting,
Right.
but part-time, there is no time that you are a part-time parent, because everything that you do, you do it with your child in mind also, whether if it's a woman that I'm sleeping with, if it's me hanging out with my boys, or if me going out of town. Okay, especially during this moment here where we're coming out on the ass end of a pandemic. All right, who do I hang around? Who am I around? Okay, so I don't want to bring anything home that may potentially harm my child too. Frank, based off of what Miguel said, do you find that to be a lot of pressure, knowing that you are responsible for a young lady's welfare when you're out with her, if you're taking her out? Is that a lot of pressure? Because be mindful, not only do you have to get her back to where you met her at, right? You also are responsible for her physical and mental well-being while you guys are out. Is that a lot of pressure for you?
I mean, I feel like it really isn't, because I feel like you should kind of be prepared for those things. You know, if you plan to go out, you should be prepared to, like, hey, you're gonna be responsible for it. If anything happens, you're gonna have to explain. You're gonna have to take that down for you. Feel me? So, just treat it the same way you would in any other environment. You feel me? Make sure she's still good, that she eat or whatever. Make sure she's safe. Ain't no one touching her or nothing like that. You feel me? Yeah, like I treated the same way that I would treat my little sister if we were out, and you wasn't around. You feel me? So
that's your little sister, and your little, and that's, I'm glad that you said that, because you have to answer to me also if your little sister is out with you and something happens to her. You still have to answer to me if you're out with a young lady and something happens. What plans? Do you have a set plan that's in place if there is something that happens and you're out with a young lady and you're in charge?
I keep it, but I don't. I'll be completely honest.
Not plans. My man said, let's say standards. Like certain
No. I mean, no plan.
Plan?
Yeah. What is the plan? Like, for instance, at home, right? We have a plan that if dad is not home, or even if dad is home, we sleep on 2 different layers of the house.
Right.
We're downstairs, they're upstairs. If there's a fire, what are you to do with you, your brother, and your sister?
Make sure they get out first and then get myself out.
You get them out the best way possible. And me and dad and me and mom, we'll meet y'all. You know where to go meet at. You know where to go at. What is the plan? And if you don't have one, that's cool. That's something that's a teachable moment for me. That's something that I need and we need to install in our young men, that if you don't know that what the plan is, if something goes bad and you're out with a young lady, what's the plan? Do you have a plan?
I don't, because like at the same time, yeah, I said you should be prepared, but like I've never been like that situation to where something has happened like that, at least to any of my female friends. You feel me? Some of my guy friends that we've been out and something happened, yeah, that's that. I understand that, but I don't know how to deal with like a female and something happens, because that's a little more serious. You feel me? I can be playing for stuff that didn't really happen. You feel me? Versus if it's a guy. You feel me? So yeah,
Fellas.
Oh man, I hear what you.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah,
Y'all got daughters. What's the plan?
So, one, you got to realize that your plan changes when you turn 18. Plain and simple. 17 to 18 ain't nothing but a day on the calendar, but your whole plan changes as soon as you hit 18. And don't have a step-by-step plan. Have a procedure. So if you're out and something happens, you got to get as far away from that incident as possible to make sure y'all are safe. Don't have it to the point where you got to go X number of blocks, make a right, do something else, and get behind the building.
Oh, okay. I thought you was talking about like if some situation that already happened and she's like already hurt us.
That's why I say.
Right.
That's why I said standards, not
Yeah.
Because at the end of I think that everything is every situation is different. Like you even to relate. Like for example, your house on fire situation to that situation, I think that's different. Like yes, you can have a plan, but there is no plan for chaos. There's no plan for like if they out and some young nigga pop off, what do you do? Like at the most, the standard is I need to get myself and her to safety.
Yes.
That's the end goal.
That you know what I'm saying?
I call that the end.
But
the end goal.
and that's the thing. The end goal got to be that always, right? But so for example, let me ask you this, Frank. Frank one, Big Frank. You and Toya out in the shooting breakout. What's your plan?
To get away, to drop. First of all, to find out where the danger is coming from. So I believe that you can plan for emergency, and you should plan for emergencies, right? And we all come from a professional lifestyle, and where we work at, and we have things in place for emergencies. Now you cannot plan for something that's catastrophic to happen or something. You never know, right? But for the most part, we try to put things in place for emergencies to happen.
Right.
And so I think, just like on the dating scene with a young man should have certain plans in place in case of emergency. Like, do you have her father's phone number? Do you have her mother's phone number? If something were to happen, you can't get in contact with dad or mom. What's your next step?
So say that then, because
but that's still a plan, though.
But that's what I'm saying. So you put, once again, that goes down to standards. So put that in place because, for example, everything look different, and everything like you can be prepared for everything, but a plan is not necessarily like some things you got to adapt and overcome. Yes, because if that's the case, we wouldn't have that phrase adapt and overcome.
Change is the only constant.
That's the only constant. So yes, so I think so. You say I wouldn't say plan. I would say have these things are standard. Like all right, so once you decide to make this young lady because let's be real, it's different levels of dating and all that, right? Like even though he might brought shorty to meet you, that don't mean he made her a girlfriend.
True.
And even if he did, that don't mean that's gonna be the only girl.
Right, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, because real talk, I don't need to have, like, if I decide to make, in that age, we've had some of Ariana's boyfriends where they were boyfriends and this was the one, so to speak, or whatever, and they did have our number so they could contact us. And we made sure they had their number. Like if something happens and you need, trust me, because you have my daughter,
Yeah.
I'm more on call to get to you than your parents are on call to get to you when
Yeah.
you're a boy.
Yeah.
So if something happened, hit me up, hit my, and of course naturally, a dude, they not gonna call dad first. They will text them. We've had guys
Text
some
them
of
on
her
first.
friends text Kim first about certain situations and things like that, and then me and him may have talked about it later on and stuff like that. So and stuff like that, set that standard. You know what I'm saying? Because I, like you said, change is constant. You never everything look different. So I think those are things that we teach them to be cool with, and I think as a parent I would respect it. Like if a little dude, if a little younger act came to me at like, you know, Mr. Brown, I would like to have your number just in case if I need to get in contact with you. You know what I'm saying?
You gotta respect
I
that
respect
shit.
the shit
You
out
gotta
of
respect that shit,
You know
yo.
what I'm saying? And I think as I can think maybe one that I can think of actually did that, you know what I'm saying? And he ain't specifically asked me to talk to the wife, you know, can I have y'all phone or whatever, which was cool, and I respect that, you know what I'm saying? And I did meet his stepfather.
Gotcha.
His stepfather was a cool individual and things like that, you know what I'm saying? So we had situations. But even still, once again, I bring this one point back up that regardless of how they raised, regardless to what you see, understand that individual is still somebody different in the street.
Yes.
You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
And what we seen at home, what we, you know, the individual that we seen around us, some of the shit that he got into was like, how did you end up in that?
And so as men have intuition too, or we have more of a foresight. So we see things coming before they even happen. You and your woman at the gas station, right? She driving. You pumping gas. You see shit about to break bad. You may not have time to get back in the car. What's the plan?
Make it more specific. What's the situation? Like just
Y'all at the gas station in Eastover.
we had, oh Lord. First of all, my intuition, I'm not going to. I'm not going to be in Eastover.
But let's just say it happens,
It
right?
had to happen.
because we have now lived in a time where there was no gas.
Yes. So if we had to end up in Eastover getting gas. First of all, as I'm getting, understand that one, if I gotta end up at Eastover getting gas, I'm not filling up my tank.
Yeah,
I'm putting $10 in there, just enough so that we can keep on pushing.
gotcha.
Like it'll be enough to get us the hell home, and if it's not enough to get us to home, it's enough at least to get us to
Another
better
gas
location.
station.
Yeah.
Okay, that's the first thing. But then now you see smoke pop up, because if I end up in a situation like that, let's be real specific, and I'm end up in this area getting cash, whatever's happened ain't got nothing to do with me, and I have to be aware of that situation that I ain't got nothing to do with that.
But it's coming your way though.
It's coming my way.
It's coming your way.
So now I have to be prepared to get out of this. And we got to be prepared to get out of this. So if the situation is, I'll hop in the car, babe, go hit the gas, because she driving, like you said, she driving. I don't care if we snatch this pump with us or not. Like, just go. But then also the situation may be where I have to defend. But see, the thing is, if I'm paying attention to the situation, I'm not going to let it get that close to me.
You already preparing.
I'm already prepared to get out. I'm not letting it get that close to me to where I have to physically do anything.
So
other
there's
than
a
us escape.
so there is a plan, is what I'm trying to say. So for instance, my thing is I've already let my wife know, if I cannot get back in the car, if there's something that pops off, go, and we will. I need you and the kids out of there. Get out of
I
there.
hear what you're saying, but as Mike Tyson always say,
It's always a
plan all day until you get punched in the face.
That is very well true. But if you have no plan, then what?
You feel.
You
Plan to
order
fail, fail
off
to
the
plan.
break. Off the break. If
give
you
you
don't
that.
set your folks up
So
for
it's
some
guidelines.
form of
It's
success
guidelines
off
and
of the
things.
break, you are going to fail. And so you
If
got to
your
put.
plan involves more than one person, your plan is statistically going to fail. Plain and simple. because then you got to rely on somebody else
to do it,
to
to
hold
do
their
something.
end of the bargain.
Bargain up.
And they might not hold theirs to where you want it. I don't want to deviate too far. I want.
But this is all about teaching our youngins
in
to
the lane with this whole dating thing.
Yeah.
And everything. Because I'm gonna try this, fella. I'm gonna try this with all my 3 sisters, who's actually 1 sister and 2 cousins, but that's just the way the family is. If I can get them on here next week so we can continue this dating conversation, Joe, like I definitely want to get them in here.
Let's
man.
do it.
They be out drinking and living their 20s,
On Saturday
living
nights,
their
yeah.
life. So I don't know. Like I don't know if we gonna be able to get them in on 11, 12 o'clock. But I'm gonna try my hand and see if, because I told them, because I had conversations with them all the time about dating and how they like really real talk. They tired of dating.
Yeah.
Because it's the way dating looks now, the way dudes are now, the way built. And I heard this one thing, and I love this. Joe, it's one of a little situation, I think it's a YouTube channel that I watch, and they were saying how, ladies, the guys that y'all are dating right now is because of y'all.
It is.
All of y'all, you single moms and all that other shit, the way y'all choosing to raise y'all sons. Or even if you're not a single mom, but you're not letting dad have a hand in certain things, the product that these other women are getting are a product of what y'all are bringing out. So the way men look right now is a product of what y'all are developing. And I say this all the time, and I will always say this. One of the main reasons why as men we do the stuff that we do is for the attention of women.
Oh yeah.
At the end of the day, it does.
That is the main
That's
reason.
it.
You take
I told the car we drive, the job we get. Think about it. These chicks out here there saying my dude gotta make 100,000.
Yeah.
So what's a nigga trying to do? Trying to figure out
how
he ain't looking at McDonald's because he know a chick ain't gonna look at him for McDonald's. He trying to figure out how he can make 100,000.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like the job, the clothes you wear, everything. Niggas living it got a mean flashy car, but still living with their mom.
So I would consider those to be standards.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yes.
the way it look, like I don't care, like ladies, y'all, it's no argument here. As men, because you gotta think about it. Even if you go to the animal world, the only reason why a peacock is as beautiful and as colorful as it is because they're trying to attract the attention of the female peacock. To get the attention of a female peacock, they flare their wings out and all that, look as big as they can look and everything to look better than the next male peacock to get their attention. And the lions think the male with the biggest mane
Yeah.
is the one that
Get the most attention.
Yes, that gets the most attention. And so on gorillas, they fight for
Yeah.
it's the same thing. Across the board, it's the attention of the female species. And so as long as y'all allowing certain things, that's why we do what we do.
Yeah.
You wanna know why sagging pants been around for so long? It's because y'all allow it.
That's a standard.
If 75% of females start not looking at that and that making y'all make that an issue, I guarantee niggas will stop doing it.
Yeah.
Across the board. You know that what's one of them clothing lines?
Yeah, they made a little.
They actually made
sagging pants. But the drawers actually come up to where they supposed to be.
So
But
the drawers come up to like the belly button or wherever,
and it's sewed in.
it's sewed into the jeans.
They had your ass
It's
out.
no bottom part of the drawers. It's just the top part sewed into the jeans and you put on, and it gives the illusion that they sagging. So these jumps about to pay Gucci or somebody about to pay $600
money.
for some made up jeans when niggas been walking around with their ass hanging out for free.
Yeah.
Lil Frank. If I ever see
If
you,
I ever see you,
I'm telling you, gonna get one of these.
You ain't got to. He got
Top
that.
of the
You know what
day.
I'm just saying.
I'm already bad.
if you try to slip, won't pass old dad because he out on one of those, one of them business trips
That's
to LA. We got you. Trust me.
My man.
My belt on right now.
My man.
Nice and tight. My
So
belt on right now.
understand one
Yes.
thing: men do things for the attention of females. That's just period. I don't give it. It's no if we put a percentage to it, let's say I'll say 80-20, and the 20 is the fact that we want that car to look like that, or we want to look like that's our part. But for the most part, it's for y'all attention. You know what I'm saying? Like that. As the end of the day, if we go to the club and it's $20 for me to get in, I'll pay $20 to get in.
Yeah.
But if it's $60 for me to jump that line and walk past all the females standing waiting in line,
Done.
and y'all gonna see me walking past,
Guess what's gonna happen?
done. I'm gonna pay that $60.
Done.
Because how many times? Well, one, I thank God I don't know if this is one of those blessings you thank God for. But anyway, my family was in a situation where I ain't had to pay to get in the VIP line.
Yeah.
But when I did bring my niggas on, I'm like, yo, Slim, fuck with me on Saturday night. I got you. Trust me.
Yeah.
Then we be in line with me, 2 other niggas, and the security guard come out there and be like, call you by name, come on. And then you walking past that whole line and all the females like, ooh, can I go with you? When you get inside, you set.
Yeah.
You got the jumps already, you good to go.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? It's the same thing. It's
Yeah.
the same token. It's like everything we do is for the attention of the females.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? And now it come down to the standards and everything that we said. What we teaching our young guys and things like that. Females, what are y'all allowing? What are y'all letting it go on? What are you teaching your daughters to be, you know, the standard in terms of them dealing with men? If you got this mentality that it's only money, you raise your daughter to be only money, so that's the only thing they look for. And now, nigga, it's bad in the things that y'all looking for. Because then the shit that become toxic, y'all help us make that toxic.
And back onto R. Kelly, you get what you deserve. You get exactly who you are, exactly what you're out there looking for. And so if you're dating a man based off his talents, if you're dating a man based off some perceived thought you have, or, okay, he got potential, his potential, that's all that you're going to get. You are going to get his potential, and you're going to be in it for just his talent. And whatever hell comes behind that, you're going to also receive too, because you chose not to date him based off of his intentions. And so I think that not only should we collaborate the plan versus what you just said, we should collaborate and teach our young men, hey, number 1, have a plan, and number 2, set standards.
Yeah, because see, the thing is, like I said, if everything we do is for the attention of the female, right? Regardless of the standards and everything that you set for him and you teach him, he's still gonna know that, all right, I understand everything dad teaching me, but these chicks not looking for that. They gonna do that. He's still gonna, like, he'll be trying to figure out how to put the standard in with what to still be able to get the female, because I've done that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
We all done that.
You know what I'm saying? With my parents teach me how I should be as a man and what I should be doing with females versus what they looking for. How do I combine that? The combo move has been where I've been able to hook them, because I give you what you want, but then I add this part, other dudes not giving you this part.
Hey, Frank, let me ask you a question. So we do a lot of talking, brother. We do a lot of talking. We do a lot of just what ifs and thinking and planning and just. Do you think that the ladies or the young women that you attract, are they more like you, or they're different, or what are you looking for when you're looking at a young lady?
What I'm looking for first off is your intelligence. First off, I want to make sure that you
Talking to the mic for me.
Oh, my bad. Mic check. I want to make sure that you got a good head on your body in order, you know, that you at least got the basic common sense. You feel me? Because I've noticed, at least at first, I attracted women who didn't really have much common sense, and that kind of got on my nerves.
Oh, dumb Joe. Fuck y'all doing out here?
So did you lack common sense at that time though too?
Oh yeah, that's what made me realize I had, and that's not even just with like females and all that. It's even with just my friends. Period. I noticed the people that I hung around at first, who did the dumb stuff like jump gays, jump people 24/7. You know, that's something that I had to look inside myself, and I'm like, hey yo, why am I attracting these type of people that I don't really rock with like that. I don't really do the stuff like that. Like I watch anime, like I draw, like.
Me too, man. Don't let nobody judge me, man.
I mean, but still, I'm like a regular kid for real. So
I watch anime too, Joe. Don't let nobody. And listen, it's a lot of fat Jones that watch anime.
Cool. So what he just did was he mirrored what I said, was when he decided to change things about him and make him who he wanted to be. That's also what he attracted.
Always be you.
Yeah.
That's it.
No matter
be
what.
you. Walk your own lane, make your own path. Do what Lil Frank want to do. That's what you gotta do. That's it.
And with that being said, man, y'all are now watching the Root Cause podcast, where we try to tackle the rough conversations, the touchy ones. We barely scratched the surface of this, man. We'll go ahead and close us out with that. Hey, man, you ain't getting photos, man.
I get photos and shit. He gonna make me close out. Hey, look, listen. We touched the beginning of this whole dating thing. When I say beginning, I mean the real beginning, because we talking to a 17-year-old here. You know what I'm saying? So we really touch the beginning. Prayerfully, y'all gotta keep y'all. I can get my sisters and them in here
There you go.
next week, because I had already told them a while ago that I want y'all to come in and just talk about what the, and you talking about 25, 26, 20, what the dating situation look like for them right now, because it's hard. When I listen to my sisters and they talking about it be a different dude every day, and then the dude they thinking that this dude could be a potential like boyfriend, and then they end up showing something you like it's just different. Things look different now, you know what I'm saying? So prayerfully I can get them in there. But in closing, y'all, just let y'all kids listen to this episode.
Amen.
If you got teens, let them listen to this episode with y'all. And more importantly, as parents, I'm not saying we got the answers.
No.
And I'm not saying we right. But I am saying that we are for men, for husbands, for fathers who are actively involved. As like you said, Frank, we not reserves, we active.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? In this situation, they're trying to raise our boys right. And like me and O and Frank ain't hit this shit, but me and O got girls at this age, and we trying to show our girls the right way, what it look like and how it should look. And to create that standard is few of us now.
Yes.
And we need it to be more of us now, so that we could raise the male aspect of the community up. And we don't have that, and we need to get back up there. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, it's too much now where, like I said, everything as men that we do is for the, to catch the woman's eye. But in doing so as well, we've let them influence us too much to where, like what Frank been saying, the male doesn't have standards because we're going off the female standards. Well, the thing is, in leadership, you as a leader, you set the standard. And then and if you strong and confident within your standards and everything that you believe, then the body will follow.
Yeah.
It's the same thing in the dating world and stuff like that. So we create more of the right situations. Then honestly, if we always looking out for women, then women get it a little bit easier, because they're not trying to raise their boyfriends into be men.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like things that they shouldn't have to do.
There we go.
You know what I'm saying? Like you're there to help me grow and be a better man, but you shouldn't have to raise me up.
No.
You know what I'm saying? To what you think should be, whatever. So, that's what I got in closing. Like I said, y'all keep y'all fingers crossed. I can get my sisters in them in here so we can have some real conversation. I would love for us to go that direction. And even, so that means we're gonna have some more. We're gonna have some more mics.
Yeah.
We
We'll
good
take care
on
of
mics.
it.
We got it.
We good, so we gonna have everybody shut up. You know what I'm saying? Like we the root cause, and we dropped on y'all some seriousness. Today we tapped in some stuff that I think people at our age and parents and stuff need to hear. You need to hear this stuff.
Yeah.
You heard from a 17-year-old young man, how he believes, what he thinks, his standards, and the thing is, the way he thinks and operates is a product of what his dad has been showing him, what Big Frank has been showing him. You know what I'm saying? It's to the point to where he think that I shouldn't even need to have dad there, because dad been showing him that the whole time. But still, ain't nothing wrong with a little experience, and you get a taste of it, and you still see the live action and what it look like.
QAQC.
Exactly. So, this the root cause, and we here again. We brought to you by 716 Vodka, 301 Nutrition Spot. It's kind of funny that we put those two together. We got something for your day life and your night life. Let me say that. All right, that's what I'm saying. We got something for your daytime needs, and then when you're ready to turn up at night, we got something at night too. That's what it is.
And we brought to you by the Underground Lab. Go ahead and shout them out,
Undergroundlab.com. You can find us on IG, TUL Movies, and TUL Radio. You can also find us on Facebook at TUL Movies, Twitter, TUL Movies. Actually, we do got a TikTok, TUL Movies.
You do got to. Yes, we do. Yep.
I think we got one video of it.
Oh shit! Time to TikTok then.
We gonna
Got the pastor out there skating and shit. Let's
We're gonna do some things.
So other thing, one more sponsor is the Eze Family Health Center.
Yes.
Eze Family Health Center. She specializes in general practitioner, holistic health care, and she does all the weight loss stuff for anybody out there looking for that good stuff. Located at 11750 Business Park Drive in Waldorf, Maryland. go ahead and holler at her. Let her know that we sent y'all down there. Y'all get some money off it and stuff.
There it
Here
is.
we go. And we out.
We check y'all on the next one.